Hi and welcome to my channel. Today we are going to be making this gingerbread mixer with sweets on it. So let's get started here. Now, just to let you know, on my channel I do have another video that shows you how to make a gingerbread out of air dry foam clay, so go ahead and check that out. Here I'm just going ahead and I've already pre-made a couple, and now I'm just kind of finishing up making a head and arms for one that's going to go in the mixing bowl. But again, go check out that other video. I have a full tutorial on how to make a gingerbread out of air dry foam clay. So I'm just going to put the white icing going around the arms, and we're going to lay that aside and get started on decorating the mixer, which I got at the Dollar Tree Plus section. So go check out your Dollar Trees and look for that. But we're just going to go ahead and finish the gingerbread head, and then we're going to get started on that. And I'm going to use spackling, DAP spackling, which I get at Home Depot. You can also get another brand, and they sell it also on Amazon. And then you will need an icing bag, and I use just a round icing tip that I got at Hobby Lobby. So I'm going to get the spackling here, and I'm going to put some super glue, which I just got some Gorilla super glue at Walmart, but they also sell that other places too. So wherever you get that, I'm just gonna put some on top of there and then just spread some spackling. I'm making some dripping going down, and then I'm going to take a paintbrush and dip it in water just to try to help smooth it out and just spread it out how I like it. Just so it looks like it's kind of dripping down the mixture, and just keep going around adding water and just pressing and spreading it until it's the way you want it to look. And this helps smooth it out. And then I'm going to take some glitter, some just white glitter that I got at Hobby Lobby. Also, you can get glitter at Walmart and other craft stores. So whatever your favorite clear glitter is, and I'm just sprinkling that on. And I did that over paper, so all the excess I could just fold the paper up and put it back into there so I don't waste as much. Now I'm going to squirt some spackling down into the mixing bowl and put some up on the beaters there. And then again, I'm going to glitter that. And then I'm going to be adding some polymer sprinkles, which also on my channel, I have a video on how to make those out of polymer clay. And now I'm just going to take some spackling and do a dripping motion going around the mixing bowl as well, and then get the water and smooth that out as well and add some glitter. And then we're going to do the sprinkles and the little mint candies. They do sell little mint candy sprinkles on Etsy. You can find them on Amazon. I got some. They also have it some at Hobby Lobby. And so from my water, I put a little bit too much water, so be careful when you do that. But you can easily wipe it up. I'm going to take some tweezers and just put some of the mint candies and sprinkles going around the mixer bowl into the spackling. And I kind of do it one by one. I kind of rotate it with different colors so it's kind of spread out. You don't have to do that. And then I'm just going to take a bunch and dump it into the mixing bowl so there's sprinkles down inside too. And let's use some more of that Gorilla Glue on the bottom of the gingerbread head and set that into the spackling. And put super glue on the arms and attach it to the back of the gingerbread head and into the spackling. And then we have our little gingerbread sticking out of the mixing bowl, fun and cute. And I had already pre-made some little donuts and some macarons and some sugar cookie here, and I'm just going to put some tacky glue on there and just put some sprinkles on my little cookie. I do also have a video on my channel on how to make donuts and macarons as well, so check that out. And I'm just taking some chalk and a Q-tip and giving it a little bit of rosy cheeks And I'm going to take a toothpick and just dip it in white paint to give it 3 little freckles on each of its rosy cheeks. You can skip this part or add it. I like the little the little touch to the little gingerbread face. I think it makes it look so cute. And then I put some Gorilla Glue on the bottom of the gingerbread and set that down into the spackling up top. And putting some more of the glue and spackling back there and some glitter, and pressing these macarons that I made and adding super glue to those to the back. Then I'm going to put some tacky glue on top of this donut and add sprinkles to that, and add a little bit of more spackling in between the 2 macarons on the bottom, and pressing the donut down in, and also adding glue to the bottom of the donut, just for extra security that it stays connected. Here I made a cupcake, and I'm going to put super glue on the bottom of that and putting that down in the spackling up top. So I'm going to put sprinkles on top of these little sugar cookies I made and little donuts, and just adding sprinkles to all of those. And then I'm going to randomly place them with glue on the bottom, and then stick that in the spackling on the top, going around the top of the mixer, just kind of rotating colors. And make sure you press it down a little bit into the spackling so it adheres better. Just gently press it down in. And then we're going to put some on the other side, so that way every time the whole way around the machine is decorated. It's not just on the front side and the sides, but it goes all around the mixer. If you're going to put it up, make one and put one up against your wall, you don't have to do the back part. You could leave that undecorated. It's up to you. These are just the little sugar cookies. I'm adding sprinkles to as well and putting that up top. And that I just made out of air dry foam clay, all these items, and used circle cutters just to cut out circles for the cookie and the icing. And when the clay is wet, you can just set it on top of each other and it sticks together perfectly. Add a little bit of super glue and press that down into the spackling. And you don't even have to do macarons and donuts and sugar cookies. You can do other things as well, whatever you would like to do. Here I put a little bit of super glue on the mixer, put some spackling on top, and super glue on the gingerbread bottom and on the side of the head so it attaches to the mixing bowl. I'm going to figure out what I want to put on top behind the gingerbread. I changed my mind and take the green one off and add super glue to the bottom of this and put one on each side of the gingerbread, and then I'm going to add a little bit more spackling and I'm going to put the green one in between those two. And I put a little bit too much super glue on there so it dripped down, and so I'm just wiping up and cleaning that up. And that's what it looks like so far. So now we're just going to put sprinkles and little mint candies all around in the spackling, going around on top between all the goodies and down along the gingerbread and the macarons, all in the white spackling. You could put as many or as little as you like. Then I'm going to take just a really tiny hole tipped one. I don't remember, sorry, the measurements of it, but it's just a smaller hole to make it look like this little gingerbread has ice cream on top of his head, or the icing that's coming up out of the mixing bowl. And then I put a little bit of mint candy on the top with some glitter, and then put some sprinkles in that, and made a little bow out of polymer clay in a mold. and attach that there. And I'm going to make another bow here. If you use these silicone molds, just put a little bit of oil in it, and then it comes right out and nice and clean. So put a little bow on that little gingerbread head. So thank you so much for watching. Please like, share, and subscribe, and I can't wait to see you next time.